Cassidy Pickering. Pickering on the season is hitting .364. In the 8th spot, Avery Hodge gets her 6th start of the season at second base. Avery just 2 for 9 on the season, but did have the triple last week on a ball that almost left the field. So Hodge nearly had her first home run. She has a run batted in this season and has been fantastic in the field. And in the 9 hole for the Sooners, their left fielder, Riley Boone. It'll be Nicole May versus Aspen Wesley. Those are your starting lineups. We'll hear from Coach Gasso and that first pitch when we come back. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
At Mission Point Apartments, you'll wake up to a spacious floor plan, upscale amenities, and welcoming pet-friendly community tailored to your lifestyle. Get your daily workouts at the state-of-the-art fitness center. Luxurious amenities and gorgeous grounds make Mission Point Apartments a phenomenal place to call home. And right now, get up to $750 back at move-in. Mission Point Apartments and more, just south of 19th Street on I-35 Access Road. Mission Point Apartments, a Case & Associates property.
The Showplace Theater is the best place for live music.
And with some of the best acts around. Ryan Bingham with the Texas Gentlemen, April 19th. Kip Moore, April 20th. Chelsea Handler, May 3rd.
I was with my brother the other day, and I said, "Why are you even a parent?" I said, "You're not very good at it."
And Brantley Gilbert, May 10th.
Riverwind, the Metro's best casino experience.
Now is the time to experience the difference practitioner-assisted stretching at Stretch Zone can have on your life. Relieve stiffness and soreness, improve range of motion, enhance physical performance, and start feeling lighter and younger. Plus, for a limited time only, you can sign up for a new Flex membership and get special introductory pricing. 2 stretches for as low as $89, locked-in member pricing, no hidden fees, and no long-term contracts. Don't miss this great offer.
Visit Stretch Zone at North Penn Plaza and Chantenay Square.
Well, so much for any pregame conversation with Coach. If you have your starting lineups, you have an abbreviated Sooner Softball pregame show presented by Walden Cleaners and Laundry, where the difference is quality. Let's go. Late enough on a Friday night, Nicole May in the circle. Sierra Sacco takes the first pitch a little bit up for ball 1, and we are underway with the first pitch locally of 6:38, so 8:38 local time. So what are we, about an hour and 8 minutes behind the scheduled start of 7:30 local time? Buckle up. 1-0 misses high, 2-0. Everything else that we typically do in the pregame show will make up as the broadcast progresses. Here's the 2-ball, no strike pitch to Sacco. Ooh, that misses a little bit low. I thought I heard him say strike. My whole goal tonight is to make sure I stay out of Tara Henry's way. I'm trying to make sure I'm giving her enough space so I don't box her out here. Here's the 3-0 pitch, just underway. There you go, Nicole May, strike on the outside corner. Left-handed hitting Sierra Sacco, their center fielder. A .393 average on the season. Set that Sooner defense after this 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. That is not a good recipe to walk the leadoff hitter. Here's Nadia Barbary. Just underway. Don't be perplexed. Late start here in the desert. Sooner defense, as has typified to the outfield, you have Jada Coleman in center, and then either Riley Boone in left or right. Boone's in left tonight, Pickering in right, and infield that's drawn in. As Sanders at first, Avery Hodge at second, Tiari Jennings at short, and Alyssa Brito at third. The battery of Nicole May. Rocks and fires to bring it home to her catcher, Kinsey Hansen. Strike 1. I know you have the question. Sacco a concern to go whenever she reaches. Yes, 6 for 6 on stolen base opportunities so far this year. Here's the no ball, 1 strike pitch from May. Swinging a foul right at the plate. Quickly after walking the leadoff hitter, May has jumped ahead. No balls and 2 strikes to the 2-hole hitter, Nadia Barber. No balls, 2 strikes. May stares, brings it home. Got her. Looking right on the outside corner, 1 away. First strikeout of the game for Nicole May. 1-0. Paige Cook.
Now batting Paige Cook.
Nicole May familiar with this squad from Starkville. She brings home the first pitch. Righty pops it foul down the right side. I'm going to tell you guys something that I feel like I say every single year as Patty Gasso is going to jog out here and chat with Nicole May. I'm going to tell you something that I say every single year when I come here. And as long as the Sooners participate in this event, you'll probably hear it again and again and again. I've never seen this many Sooner fans at this event. Ever. It's amazing. Showing out, showing up, showing off. I mean, there is crimson-clad Sooner fans packed down the right field line, even around the outfield fencing. It is a sight to behold. Meeting over, the 0-1 pitch. Up high, Hansen fakes a throw. Behind the runner, Sacco at first. Every time I feel like Sooner fan can't outdo itself, then this happens. It's incredible. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Line drive deep to center field. Back goes Coleman. It gets over her head. Off the fence. Rounding third is Sacco. Headed for home. The throw is high. Mississippi State takes a 1-zip lead on Oklahoma on a double off the fence by Cook. And she smoked that to center field. And Jada turned and never had a chance. 1-0 Bulldogs. Here's Jessica Blaine. This is that moment where we the umpires are coming together for something here. Wait, they're going to call the runner out at first. Did she miss the bag? Well, we have a concert going on right now, so we can't hear anything. They're explaining it to the home plate umpire. Now they're checking with the first base umpire. But now Sam Ricketts is waiting for an explanation. Now Cook is headed out to second. All right, I have no idea what's going on. I'm just going to be honest with you. Maybe those of you who are watching on the TV had a better angle if maybe she missed the bag or something. But our first base umpire tonight is Megan Rabin. Ron Burkhart, who's a veteran, is behind the plate. Whatever they told Patty Gasso, she seemed fine with it. So the conversation went from taking place at the second base bag to now taking place down the first baseline. So they are sending Cook back to the dugout. I can only assume she's. Wait, they're sending Cook back to the plate. So then that means, wait a minute. You can't put Cook back at the plate and the run also score, right? So are they saying the runner left early? Oh my goodness. So it is still scoreless. How about that? So it's a ball and a strike. Now 2 balls and a strike. They ruled that Sacco left first early. Oh, wow. So there's 2 away. The 2-1 is in for, there you go. It's all in for a strike, 2-2. Pandemonium here in trying to figure out exactly where we are. Take the run and the RBI off the board for Cook. Sacco at first base left early. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to second. Hodge eating up with it. Ricochets off her. She chases it down. Cook reaches on the air. So for those that are confused, once the runner at first is to have ruled to left early, it's a dead ball. So the double that gave Mississippi State the lead never really happened because she was out as soon as they ruled that she left first base early and the ball was dead. So they were explaining it to Coach Gasso, and then they went back and confirmed it. So that's why Cook is now at first with 2 outs. And here's Jessica Blaine. First pitch, in for a strike. And I'll be honest with you, the home plate umpire was standing in front of the circle with May. I never even noticed the first base umpire, who apparently had been the umpire that called the illegal pitch. So the Sooners get a break early. The game remains scoreless. Left early. The 0-1 pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. So that is a pretty unique start to this one. Scoreless game. Top of the first inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch from May. That ball's hammered deep to left field, and this one is long gone. Mississippi State has a run taken off the board because a runner leaves early, and then Jessica Blaine blasts one over the left field wall. It's 2-0 Bulldogs. Well, that's one of those moments where you got a break, and in something that has been so unique, the Sooners unable to take advantage of that break. Here's Saylin Hawkins. Cole May is not looking her best here early on in this one. First pitch for May is in the dirt, ball 1. And now, here we go. Tyler Bratton's already got to say something. This isn't anything new. I mean, your team just took a 2-0 lead on a 2-run home run, and you're going to argue with the umpire over something. Now, remember the last time we were in Starkville, Bratton got kicked out of the game and nearly got kicked out of another game, but this is kind of commonplace, and now our home plate umpire is going to say something to Sam Ricketts, who is out. It's 2-0 Mississippi State. A 2-run home run, and now again we have another delay here early on in this action. And I think that they just gave Bratton a warning. Wow. Can this get any weirder? First pitch to Hawkins is up high for ball 1. You know what? I'm not going to say anything because it could. 2-0 Sooners. The pitch. Good spot. Right on the inside corner. 2-0 Sooners. Trail it in what has been a wild top half of the first inning. Let's see if May can get the Sooners out of it. Here comes the 2-1. 3. Going to be that kind of night for the Sooners. Y'all better buckle up. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Boy, what a win tonight for Skip Johnson's crew. We're listening to Toby on the wait. We got here right as the UCLA Northwestern game started, so we had plenty of time. 3-2. Swing and a miss. There you go. Nicole May gets her second strikeout of the inning. But the damage is done for Mississippi State. Jessica Blaine with a 2-run home run. And as we head to the bottom of the first inning, Bulldogs 2, Sooners headed to the plate. This is Sooner softball from Learfield. Jada Coleman will lead things off for the Sooners. It'll be Jada, Tiare, and Kinsey Hansen. OU down 2-zip here as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Yeah, late night. Already when the schedule came out, because that second game for the Sooners wasn't going to start until around 10 p.m. local time. We're an hour off the pace as Coleman digs in and the Sooners down 2 against Wesley in the first pitch. Almost hit her, up and in, ball 1. Aspen Wesley, the senior, 4-0 on this season. This is her 5th start. A .59 ERA. Opponent's hitting 182 against her. Here's the 1-0 to Jada. 2. If I didn't mention it in the top half of the first inning, Sooners are wearing the all-crimson unis with the white striping and the white Oklahoma across the chest. I think it's a sharp look. Here's the 2-0 to Jada. It's in for a strike. 2-1. White stripes, white belt with crimson socks and stirrups. A 2-ball, 1-strike count to Jada Coleman. Here's the pitch. Line drive, 1 hops to shortstop. Edwards eats her up. Jada's aboard. We'll await the ruling on that. That's going to be a tough play anyway. And here's Tiare Jennings.
Now batting number 23, Tiare Jennings.
Saw Tiare's family is here. Her sister is playing at the University of San Diego. They're in action on one of the other fields. We're here at Wrigley right now, where we'll be all weekend long. First pitch, Tiare is low for ball 1. Just underway, 2-zip Sooners. Jada Coleman reaches. You know what I don't have either? I don't have my box score. They rule that an error? I'll need that. You're good? Yep. Here's the 1-0. A little bit in, 2 balls and no strikes. I'm very excited that StatCast is back. I could not tell you how painful it is to follow a game on sidearm. The 2-0. That's in. Strike 1. Been a pretty wild day already over on, I believe it was Fenway. Cal State Fullerton run rule Tennessee. Here's the 2-1 way up high, ball 3. Not win, run rule. They are going to rule that a hit for Jada Coleman. We'll take it. I see you working, Thomas. I've only referred to him as Patrick 3 times, P-Dug. You'd be proud of me. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Tiare. Ooh, she got a hold of it and fouled it straight back. Full count. And I did introduce him to Amy and the incredible crew here as the new Patrick. So I think Thomas has forgiven me. Hit. Confirmed. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Jada. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Jada's going to steal second easily. Instead of the 3-2 pitch to Jada as Jada was running, they get Jennings on the strikeout. So Jada Coleman steals second base, but Jennings is retired. That is the 4th stolen base for Jada Coleman this season. She is 4 for 4. Here's K9, Kinsey Hansen. Season numbers for Kinsey, a .375 average. Has driven in 5 runs. He can tie this game with 1 swing of the bat. She'll take the first pitch low, ball 1. She has 2 home runs this year. So remember, too, as far as records watch, Tiare Jennings is 1 run batted in away from moving into second all-time in Oklahoma Sooner softball history. And career RBI. 1-0 is low to Kinsey. 2 balls and no strikes. Sun is set here. It is dark, so you don't see the absolute gorgeous scenery of the snow-capped mountains in the background, but it is a sight to behold, even under the lights. Here's the 2-0 to Kinsey. She got a hold of 1 foul again. It's kind of been a theme through the first few batters here for the Sooners. get ahead on the count, hit one far and long and foul. A 2-ball, 1-strike count. Here's the pitch to Hansen. Again, pop this one up. This is going to get out of play. A couple rows up. Mississippi, we're talking about uniforms. Mississippi State has that look that would drive my man Toby Rowland crazy. All white, white numbers and white letters with a very slight crimson outline. Runish almost. The 2-2. Hammer. And I mean hammer. Long gone to left field. Kinsey Hansen has tied the game in the bottom of the first inning on one swing of the bat. And the Sooners mob her at home plate on a missile launched out of Wrigley Field. It's 2-all. You have home runs that you see hit, and they're no-doubters. That was one that was gone off the bat. Here's Brito.
Number 33, Brito.
PA guys got it going on. We'll get a Brito before the weekend's over. Don't you worry about it. My man's got it figured out over here. I like it. Here's the first pitch to Brito. Sooner starting third baseman. 2-2 game. First pitch to Brito. Lifted pretty deep to right field, but it hits that wind and comes up short of the fence. Nice catch by Cook. 2 away. Two away for Sidney Sanders. I heard a great story from Jocko after Sanders' home run last week. First pitch is in for a strike. We'll have to tell it as the night wears on. That'll be for the late night crew. Let's just say she hit it into the trees as the 0-1 pitch is way outside. I mean, deep into the trees. 2 home runs so far on the season for Sanders. A bomb from Hansen has tied this game at 2. A little late there as it nicks off the bat of Sanders for strike 2. Gets kind of chilly in the desert. Let's check that latest temperature update late at night, but it's perfect right now. Not even I can complain. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Sanders. In the dirt, a little off it, a little low. I was telling the story about this season. I want to say it was off the top of my head, maybe 18, when we played Team Japan here. That was a cold night. 2-2, swing and a miss. Got it. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Wesley, but the damage is done. A 2-run home run from Kinsey Hansen has tied this game as 2 as we head to the second inning. This is Sooner softball from Learfield. As a 2-run homer, leading things off is Riley Holt, the left-handed hitting junior first baseman. First pitch is swinging, and she fouls it back. I mentioned it has been a day already here in Cathedral City. We'll run down some of those earlier scores. Oregon and Notre Dame are playing right behind us. The 0-1 pitch just misses a little bit out. Last check, that was 3-zip. I haven't updated it here in a while. One ball, 1 strike. Here it comes. Hard hit ball back up the middle, through into center field. A base hit for Holt. The term that kept being brought up in talking about this Mississippi State team was scrappy. They're a scrappy bunch. And you're seeing that here early on. They can rake 2. There's Kennedy, Madison Kennedy. She's the DP. hitting .450, making just her 8th start of the season. First pitch in the dirt. Hansen does a good job to go get it and block it. Looking at my favorite stats this year, which is always the kind of the stolen base numbers and how teams have fared against Oklahoma. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to short, could be 2. Ona skips right past the glove of Jennings into left field, an uncharacteristic mistake for the Sooners. And that'll put runners at first and third here with nobody out. And Mississippi State threatening.
Number 67, Kylie Edwards.
I wonder what the plan will be here if you see a continued struggle from Nicole May. That is already the 4th hit in 2 innings. It's the first pitch. Good job by Hansen to go get ball 1 in the dirt. Kylie Edwards, the shortstop. Smooth fielding shortstop. And now Jen Roche is going to go out and have a conversation. Gives us a chance to remind you that we love to know where you're listening from at OU On The Air. That's at OU On The Air. Dr. Susan Walden is already checked in. Our buddy Larry has us tuned in the St. Pete Sooner Inn. Happy birthday to our buddy Greg Scallion with the Compete Team Barbecue. Sooner alum Macy Turley is watching from her couch in Bixby. I feel like that's something the Sooners have been battling as well, too. I think OU's had a few players that might be a little bit under the weather here today. Andy, my man Andy T is checked in after watching the Thunder. Debbie and J.O. Parker in Oklahoma are in Montezuma. Mickey and Nikki checked in from the first baseline tonight. Oh, are you guys in for an experience here? As is our man, Bako Sooner. I think I got that right. I just met him. I'm the worst with names. Listening from the first baseline as well. Karen Day out in California. All right, here we go. Back to action. First pitch swinging, strike 1. Whatever Jen Roche said to Kylie Edwards, it worked. Shaylin Kerr and the Dogs. And Thorpe is checked in. Always Jessica Bain. Buddy Mark Worley. Appreciate you guys making us a part of your night. We'll hit all of them in the 3rd inning. Chopper to 3rd. Burrito's going to come home with it. Out by a mile. 1 away. Hole wasn't even close. And if you want to know how to avoid obstruction, Kinsey Hansen just gave a clinic on it. Big time play by Alyssa Brito, and there was never any panic. It was calm. It was cool. It's an out. One away. Not out of the woods yet. Here's Briley St. Clair, the lefty, swings through strike 1. Two-two game. And now Sam Ricketts is out of the dugout. What's going on here? She's got her lineup card out. So, yeah, there we go. We're going to see a pinch runner here. And with, literally, we're sitting, like 10 rows up, Taryn, would you say? These uniforms are so bad, I got to break out the binoculars. Or just listen to the PA guy. He's got it figured out, man. Kira Selly will pinch run here. All right, so we had a pinch runner check in at second base for Kennedy. And it's an 0-1 count. Infield is in for the Sooners. First and second, 1 out, 2-2 game. The pitch. One foul. I see Larissa Holquin and her crew have tuned in. Women's gymnastics looks like they rock tonight. I mentioned Skip and the OU baseball team, man. What an opener at home. 20-0. 0-2, swing and a miss. Got her on the rise, 2 away. That's the third strikeout of the game for Nicole May. Back to the top of the lineup in Sierra Sacco. 20 zip. Tomorrow, a little doubleheader action. We'll keep you up to date during our game. See if May can work out of this jam. First pitch, that's how you do it, throwing a strike. Chalk this under things you love to see. Nicole May working her way out of a first inning jam. Or, excuse me, a second inning jam. Almost did in the first, gave up the 2-run home run. The 0-1 in the dirt. Great job by Hansen. Blocks it. She has been an absolute machine behind the plate here in the early innings. One ball, one strike. Pitch from May. Missed a little bit up, 2-1. Sells out pinch running at second. Edwards, who grounded into the fielder's choice on the ball to third. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Another ball that Hansen went and dug. He wipes the softball across her jersey, across her belly. She puts it in the glove, stares in, brings home the 2-2 pitch in the dirt again, and Hansen again does an incredible job to get in front of that and knock it down right in front of her. No chance for the runner to advance to third. That one might have got Hansen on the shoulder. And our home plate umpire is going to clean off the plate to give Kinsey a chance to shake it off. It's a full count. Runners will be going here, so anything in the outfield likely play to run. The 3-2. Line drive foul down the left field line is slicing out of play. By the way, to our friends that aren't listening down the first base line, or the third base line, or the right or left field line, head on a swivel here, man. These balls, they have a short net, but it only extends to about the start of the outfield grass. Seeing some lasers going to the crowd here. Be ready. The 3-2 popped off the fence post right behind us and went rocketing back towards the field. And Kinsey Hansen caught it before it hit the umpire. And our home plate umpire, Ron Burkhardt, has a little fist bump there for Hansen. That one would have hurt if it would have got him. That's for sure. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Off the glove of Jennings. Into left field, and it rolled just far enough away from Boone where she won't have a play at the plate. It's 3-2 Mississippi State on a clutch 2-out RBI single from Sierra Sacco, who has now reached both times. First and second now, 2 outs. First pitch, a little bit up, ball 1 to Nadia Barbary, who was a strikeout victim in the first. Sooners just, they haven't been crisp here out the gates. Here's the 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. That's 2 balls that the second one was perfectly placed, but at the very least, if you get a glove on it, look at a bases loaded with 2 outs instead of a run coming home. Here's the 1-1. Good pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sooners also were the beneficiary of a runner leaving early that wiped a run off the board for Mississippi State. That ended up leading to a 2-run first inning home run. Here's the 1-2. Popped up behind home plate. Not enough room, though, for Hansen. Here's the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. May, long look. Rocks and fires. Bouncer, left side. Jennings shovels to Brito as she backhands it to get the force out at third and end the inning. Heads up play for Alyssa Brito, and the Sooners avoid any further damage. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It's Mississippi State now on top 3-2. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
Luxury timepieces to the most spectacular natural diamonds ever unearthed. BC Clark is here to help you make every moment matter. Browse our extensive product lines at bcclark.com or visit one of our 3 Oklahoma City stores. BC Clark, proud sponsor of Oklahoma Athletics.
Ella Parker will lead things off for the Sooners. Oklahoma trails it 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Parker. Checked her swing. Did she go? No. Ball 1. Patty Gasso looking down in her 30th year as the head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners from the third base coach's box. Fale Steele, Coach Steele, over at first base. Here's the 1-0 to Parker. Line drive, base hit, right field. Ella Parker rips the 1-0 pitch into right field, and Sooners have the leadoff hitter aboard for the second straight inning. Both innings, here's Cassidy Pickering. Do not lose sight of how good Kinsey Hansen was behind the plate that inning. She was amazing. Here's Pickering. First pitch, a little bit up, ball 1. You name it, Hansen was able to go dig it. She was incredible. Here is the Sooner right fielder, Cassidy Pickering. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt 2-0. Pickering's season average is at .364 right now. 8 for 22, 8 runs, 7 runs batted in. Her 7 RBI, currently third on the team. The 2-0. She pops this one up to right field. Looming under it and making the catch. It's Cook for the first out of the inning. And with Pickering retired, I'll bring Avery Hodge to the plate. The fly ball to right field by Alyssa Brito in the first. I thought it had a much better chance than that one for Pickering. Didn't have enough juice under it. First pitch to Hodge is in for a strike. Avery's 2 for 9 on the season with 2 runs scored. She's walked once, but has struck out 3 times so far this season. They play her inside of the corners. Barbary at third. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes the ball. We mentioned as we go through the game with the pregame show getting cut short a little bit. They started the game early based on the start time they've given us. We definitely are not starting early tonight. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hodge chops it back over the pitcher's head. It's going to be tough to throw to first. No, they're not going to throw. First and second, Hodge claps her hands and pumps her fist towards the Sooner dugout. Third hit of the season for Avery Hodge. And there's runners at first and second with 1 out for Riley Boone. But we mentioned we'd sporadically mix in some of our usual pregame segments like our tax. We don't want to talk too much taxes. That's why we count on Rod Polston over at Polston Tax Resolution and Accounting. Your tax problems don't care who you are, but we do, and they always provide us with our opponent outlook. Mississippi State 10-2 on the season. They've had a fantastic start so far here in Cathedral City. 2 big wins this year. They beat Clemson. Here's the first pitch to Boone, and she rips one down the right field line. Fair. Rounding third. Headed home is Parker. The throw is not in time. We are tied on an RBI double from Riley Boone. Boone took the first pitch she saw and ripped it for an extra base hit. And for Boone, RBI number 8 on the season for Riley Boone. Here's Jada Coleman. First pitch to Jada. A little bit low, ball one. I was listening in a little bit to my guy JT Gasso talking about the approach. They felt like against Wesley they could attack early in counts. Here's the 1-0. As soon as I say that, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. But we mentioned Mississippi State in our polls and tax resolution and accounting opponent preview. 10-1 on the season. Went over Clemson, which was a huge win. Then turned around and lost to UC Davis. Second and third, 1 out. The 1-1 pitch, Jada pops it into shallow center field. Hodge is tagging. A diving catch is made. Hodge will tag and score the go-ahead run after a fantastic play in center field by Sacco. But it's an RBI sac fly for Jada, and the Sooners take the lead. Aggressive base running. Here's T.R.A. Jennings. Jennings, a strikeout victim her last time up. Mississippi State swept Louisiana Lafayette when they played earlier this year. First pitch to T.R.A. is in for a strike. And we mentioned that Puerto Vallarta challenge. That second big win was over Utah. They run-ruled them 10-2, but then UC Davis knocked off Mississippi State 2-1 in that Sunday finale. Here's the 1-0 to T.R.A. in the dirt. Boone thought about it. Instead, she'll get back to the bag. We mentioned their 2 wins already this week, and they beat UCF 2-1 yesterday. They came back and pulled away from Notre Dame 7-4 yesterday afternoon. This is their first game of the day and their only game of the day as the 2-0 pitch misses outside, 3-0. They're going to play Fullerton tomorrow. And Fresno State. Fullerton just beat Tennessee in run rule fashion. 3-0 count here to Jennings. Popped it up behind the plate. I think that was a 2-1 count. I apologize. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let's double check that with the umpire. There we go, yeah. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Boone at second, 4-3. The Sooners have taken the lead. The pitch to T.R.A. Got him swinging. Inning over. Second strikeout of T.R.A. Jennings was just a little bit late, but an RBI double from Riley Boone, a sacrifice fly from Jada Coleman, and as we head to the third, Oklahoma has retaken the lead. It is 4-3 Sooners. Paige Cook will lead things off for Mississippi State here as we go to the third. 4-3 Sooners lead it. Today's weather is presented by the Trails Golf Club of Norman, where you'll experience everything you love about golf and more. It is pleasant, amazing here tonight. They have it at 65 degrees right now. As the first pitch to the right-handed hitting Cook is lifted deep to center field, but that's a no-fly zone with Jada Coleman, who ranges back and makes the catch short of the fence for out number 1. Seeing that we're going to be here for a while tonight, the temperature drops into the upper 50s at about 11 p.m. Cloudy conditions will continue for the rest of the evening with wind gusts up to 8 miles an hour, but it is downright pleasant. I don't think we're going to be here till 11 o'clock local time. Never mind, I'm knock on wood. I don't think anything whenever it comes to weather, but I'm grateful for the Trails Golf Club in Norman, where you'll experience everything you love about golf and more. Sooners lead at 4-3 with 1 out in the third. There's a strike. Lane homered her last time up. It's interesting enough, today's Riverwind Casino keys to the game, I had listed get off to a hot start and minimize mistakes. Sooners did not get off to a hot start here tonight. The 1-1 is in for a strike, 1-2. And there are no errors on the board for the Sooners currently. But there's, at the very least, 2, maybe a third play that Oklahoma might typically make. And it's led to Mississippi State early runs. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Got her. 2 away. That's the 4th strikeout for Nicole May. Strikeouts are brought to you by Tinker Federal Credit Union. And don't miss, because Mississippi State will make you pay. They hack away. Those keys were brought to you by Riverwind Casino. Always a good time. First pitch is swinging for Hawkins, and she fouls it off for strike one. We had Nicole May as well as our Love's Travel Stop player to watch. Love's Travel Stop's the heart of the highway, but after the way things have gone so far with our spotlight player, though May is bouncing back nice here in this inning, people might be avoiding that like the play. That 0-1 was a really good pitch that just missed.
Just give him a smile, Nick.
One ball, one strike. The pitch. Ground ball, hot shot through into left field, a base hit. Right past Brito, right past Jennings. And Hawkins has a hit.
Now up to bat for Mississippi State, number 4, Riley Hull.
Here's Riley Hull. Hull on the night is 1 for 1. That puts the hit total currently for Mississippi State, honestly, at a level that is concerning this early in the game. First pitch swinging, popped out of play. 6th hit for Mississippi State. 6th, including a home run. They've out-hit the Sooners 6-5. All 3 of their runs earned so far. 4 strikeouts to just 1 walk for Nicole May. The 0-1, a little bit up. It is the 3rd inning, which means our shout-outs are forthcoming. Though I have a feeling on a night like tonight, there probably won't be a limit to the inning for the shout-out, so let us know where you're listening from. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Really got to hear from those people from East Central tonight. That's what I'm thinking about. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Also, all the California ones. A lot of Sooners out here in Cali, specifically Palm Springs. 1-2, hard hit left side, knocked down by Brito, throws across, gets her. Alyssa Brito was in, but she took care of the hot shot, and down go the Mississippi State Bulldogs in the 3rd. A scoreless 3rd, no runs on a hit, and a runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Sooners lead it 4-3. This is Sooner softball from Learfield. Here we go. Kinsey Hansen leads things off in the bottom of the 3rd inning. First pitch swinging, looped into right field, falling fast. Oh, a nice basket catch made. Racing in by Cook, who I don't really know much about Cook, but she does not look like she should be in the outfield. She's got a big brace on her right leg right now, so I'm just trying to be nice. She's not moving around very well out there, so whatever she's dealing with, she's fighting through it, and she made a nice play there. No, I wasn't meant to be negative. Here's the first pitch to Alyssa Brito. Checked her swing. Hey, she still made a heck of a play. I was going to say, they need to, if they check with the first base umpire, they'll get a strike here. 4-3, Sooners lead it as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Talented Mississippi State team that's 10-2 on the season, looking for a signature win under Sam Ricketts. The 0-1 is up and away. Our buddy Doug Hamilton's tuned in Hockley, Texas. Bobby McKay's got us synced up with Flo with BA. My buddy Eric Lopez is calling tonight. That'll be a good call. It's a man that knows his stuff if you can't figure out the sync. He's the best. Here's the 1-1. Brito takes it up and away. Bobby McKay's got a synced in Broken Arrow. Miss Jane Jetson in Dallas. Yeah, get that late nap in. You're in good shape. If you don't, you're in big trouble. 2 balls in, 1 strike to Brito. Checked her swing. They're going to say it's a strike. Brito's going to take a little walk. But remember, with the clock, you better get going. I do not know who's keeping the clock. Pitch clock, that is. Hitter's clock, however you want to phrase it. Here's the 2-2 in the dirt. They're really feeding Brito with a high level of off speed. first inning. Brito flied out deep to right field. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Line drive base, hit down the left field line into the corner. Brito rounds first, doesn't even hesitate. Stand up double for Alyssa Brito with one out in the third. And the biggest cheers come from her dad in the second row. High fives around. Brito with a one-out double. There we go. Brian Powers is in Alva. Judy Brown always tuned in as Judy Brown. She's synced up in Silver City, New Mexico. Kelly is in H-Town and asks a good question. Do you think they're going through with the second game, or do you think they'll move for a doubleheader tomorrow? Oh, no, Kelly. We'll play this second game tonight. Here's the first pitch to Sanders. That's in for a strike. And remember, too, we're in the Pacific time zone, so not nearly as late as what you're dealing with back home, or especially if you're listening in the Eastern time zone tonight. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Sanders. Up and in. I don't know if this was on purpose or not. Well, let me rephrase that. Everything, I'm sure, has a purpose and is calculated. The Sooners did practice pretty late last night. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Sanders. She had a cut, swung through it for strike two. We landed, had some time to relax, and the girls to work on some schoolwork yesterday. And then I want to say they didn't go and practice until 7 o'clock local time. Here's the 1-2. Off speed, swing and a miss, strike three. Down goes Sanders, and as she swung through it, her cards went flying out from her forearm holder. And there's two away for Ella Parker, who singled her last time up. So if you're worried about, hey, it's late at night, they're acclimated. Hopefully their play-by-play guy is. Here's the first pitch to Parker. Ground ball right side, past the diving second baseman Hawkins, into right field, rounding third and coming home with the fifth run of the game is Alyssa Brito on an RBI two-out clutch single from the freshman Ella Parker. It's 5-3 Sooners. Chalk up on the career of Ella Parker. Career RBI number 7. And in a game where Oklahoma hasn't necessarily looked its best, they're up 5-3 in the bottom of the third. First pitch, Pickering, bouncer up the middle. The shortstop spins, makes the play, throws to first. She's safe. Off the bag was Hall. Edwards did a pirouette after she caught the bouncer up the middle. I don't know if she would have had time to step on the bag for Parker. She didn't. And the throw to first drew Hull off the bag. And now there's runners at first and second, and we're going to have our first trip to the circle for Arizona's pitching coach, Taryn Mowat McKinney. That name sounds familiar. Is that Taryn? Yes. Of course, one of the greats in Arizona history. So, again, Kelly, I know I'm circling back just so everybody knows. We'll play 2 games tonight. The weather is gorgeous, lights here, an incredible crowd. So this is on those of you in the Central Time Zone. Gunny is tuned in from the Cassidy Littlefield. Jana, great job, Jana. We're all praying for you, battling through chemotherapy. Shout out to Zane, Skylar, Rick, the dogs and cats from North Huntington, Pennsylvania. Mike from Maury is listening in. Oh, no. What am I saying? Missouri? I don't think I've ever heard of that place before. Is that in Oklahoma? Hey, dogs in Miami. Steve is in southeastern Kentucky. The McKinney family from Houston. The Meltons are listening in Vanceburg. Our girl Kay from over with Norman is tuned in. Stacy is in Arlington. Dwayne and Stacy Radell. All right, the meetings are over. Here we go. First and second. 2 outs. First pitch to Avery Hodge. Takes it inside. Ball 1. I just want to make something else a very clear point. Emily says she's got us synced up and is drinking caffeine drinks. Be careful. 5-3 Sooners here in the bottom of the third inning. The 1-0 pitch shows bunt and missed it. If you're able to do what Emily and so many of you are able to do, which is sync up Flow Softball or a web feed with the network, you are a wizard. I was fighting that the other day. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Hodge. Singled her last time up. Takes ball too low. Appreciate those of you who have been taking in other Sooner events. Shirley and Galen Kitch got home from the LNC watching women's gymnastics, and now they're tuned into us. The Sooners lead at 5-3. The pitch, Hodge checked her swing. No, she didn't. They say strike two, and Avery walks back to the batter's box. Takes a little trip. 2 balls and a strike. First and second, 2 outs, 5-3. The Sooners lead it. The pitch to Hodge, a little soft slap back to the circle. Wesley up with it, throws, got her. Hitting over, the Sooners strand at 2. But add another, a leadoff or a 1-out double by Alyssa Brito, and a run-scoring single from Ella Parker. And we head to the fourth. Oklahoma 5, Mississippi State 3. This is Sooner softball from Learfield. Check-in I see when I just refreshed things was from Gayla. Riley Boone's mom, the Boone family cheering in from Broken Arrow. Riley has the big hit here tonight. It's 5-3 Sooners as we head to the fourth inning. Madison Kennedy leads things off. The first pitch is in for a strike. Kennedy singled and scored a run in that second inning. Kennedy singled. Her pinch runner scored the run. She re-enters here to try to get things started. 0-1 pitch is popped fouling out of play and quickly ahead of the count, no balls and 2 strikes. So, Kayla, we got to pace ourselves tonight. This could be a long one. And oh, by the way, speaking of big time, Caitlin Fournier and her crew with not only the marketing side for softball, but OU women's gymnastics, a 198.675 for KJ's crew. School record high. Here's a fly ball deep to right field. Pickering up against the fence. Makes the catch, and there's one away. Kennedy is retired. Here's Kylie Edwards. And this is also, there's a lot of Mississippi State in the Sooner quote-unquote front office there. So hopefully no torn allegiances tonight. I would even expect Zach Selman to be rooting for the Sooners tonight. But that's just me. Here's the first pitch from Kylie Edwards. High ball one. Oh, there you go. We heard from my man Levi Allo. Tuned in from the 818, listening while watching another Allo. Sophia Allo practice. Here's the 1-0. Bouncer back to May. Gloves, throws, got it. I'll say this, Levi. There's not a single person on the planet that I don't like to tell about how great our trip to Hawaii was 2 years ago and just how everything played out perfectly. Legend. Two-way, quick two-away here. Riley St. Clair. Strikeout victim her last time up. Takes it blown away for ball one. I wish I could have some sort of prize for those of you that find a way to make it to the final out tonight. 1-0. Line drive, left center field. Boone on her horse. It's down, up the alley, and to the wall. Off to second with a 2-out double is Briley St. Clair. And the hit train continues. I mean, give Mississippi State credit. They are giving Nicole May all she can handle. I would put the hit total now up to 7. Each team with 7 hits apiece. Here's someone who can tie this game with one swing of the bat at Sacco, and the first pitch is low and away. She's 1 for 1 with a walk. If you were wondering, that first inning, a little confusing at first, but once it got explained, it made sense. The umpires weren't making it clear that Sacco had left first early. The 1-0 pitch in for a strike. is actually scored 3 to SU. So they give the first baseman, I would assume it would be the put out there. It's the 1-1 pitch. In for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 5-3 Sooners. Each team has 7 hits. Each team has left 3 runners on base. May stares in, brings it home. Off the netting, foul. Man, Sean Heights got us tuned in Norman. Our buddy Jerry Isbell. Paige Cole with the Sooner Club of Tulsa. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Get us out of this, May. The dirt, low and away. Line on May so far, 3 2/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. She has struck out 4 and walked 1. 2 extra base hits, including a home run tonight for Mississippi State. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Line drive down the right field line, just foul. We didn't mention it. Our shout-outs every third inning are brought to you by Century Roofing. Century Roofing on guard for Oklahoma. "5-3 Sooners. We're in the 4th. Top of the 4th. Leadoff hitter. Pitch, 2-2. Layup, high ball 3. I don't want to lose this. Bullpens here are in a somewhat unique place because they are beyond the left field wall. And there are such a massive humanity that you can't even see beyond the wall who's out there, if anyone, warming up. 3-2. Pop fouling out of play again. Sooner Softball is brought to you by OG&E. OG&E, we energize life. And Oklahoma Athletics would like to thank the official Eat, Play, Stay partners. Visit Norman, Cup Pop, Courtyard by Marriott, Midway Deli, Nashburn, and Norman NCED. Visit Soonersports.com for more information. How about a Tinker Federal Credit Union strikeout here, May? The 3-2. Checked her swing. Oh! The indication from the third base umpire looked like he was going to call strike 3, but waved the arms. She did not, and you heard the oohs and ahs of the crowd. Ball 4. That will bring Nadia Barbary to the plate. Runner at second now, St. Clair. Here's Saka. She's been a problem for OU. First pitch bounced down the third base line. Oh, it hit off her foot. Barbary caught looking in the first, grounded out to end the second inning. She bounced it to the left side, and Jennings just shoveled it to Brito instead of worrying about throwing across. 5-3 in the top of the 4th. Sooners lead this, but the Bulldogs threatening with 2 away. May wants a new call. She's ready. Here it comes. The 0-1. Called strike 2 right on the outside corner. Good pitch. And some of these pitches May has made tonight have just been fantastic. Others have been not typically where you would see Nicole May miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes to Barbary. Popped up. Right side. Is there room for Sanders? No, up against the dugout. Our intrepid video replay consultant, if you will, a third member of the crew, Richard Martis, does confirm that Sacco absolutely went on that last swing. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch popped up, left field. Boone comes racing in, makes the catch. Inning over. And We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Oklahoma 5, Mississippi State 3. This is Sooner softball from Learfield. I probably haven't said thanks enough to our producer, our right-hand leader in the Franchise 2 studios, Auburn, who's working late for us tonight. Thank you, Auburn. Appreciate you. First pitching change of the game is brought to you by Love's Travel Stops. Love's Travel Stops is the heart of the highway. Fappetto is going to be in here. Montelasi Fappetto, and the first pitch to Riley Boone is in for a strike. Out of Temecula, California. Missed it a little bit low. 1-0 is low to Boone. 2 balls and no strikes. This is just the third appearance of the season for the righty. In 11 2/3, she's allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, has struck out 16 and walked just 1. 3 as she misses outside to Riley Boone. Riley Boone drove in 2 runs with a 2-run double in the second. That at the time gave the Sooners their first lead. Now lead at 5-3 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The 3-0 is off the pitcher to the second baseman. The throw is on time, and they get Boone. I mean, Boone rocketed it back up the middle, but it ricocheted right off Fappetto, and there's one away. 1-4-3. Here's Jada, and they're going to check Fappetto. My pronunciation guide, I wrote down an E that looked like an H. We're fixed now. Here's Jada. Looks like everything's going to be okay for now. And it looks like the fifth-year senior, Montelasi Fappetto, is going to stay in the game. Here's Jada. Jada's 1 for 1, a stolen base, a sac fly, a run scored. Takes ball 1. Crafty is a word for the fifth-year senior, the graduate student. The 1-0, Jada shows bunt, and it's way outside. Might be a situation where trying to catch the Sooners snoozing a little bit, see how much they've watched Fappetto. Going away, 3-0. Sorry, get it again. Fappetto. Three balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. That's in for a strike, 3-1. Sooners have participated in every one of the Mary Nutters that have been played since 2006. 3-1 is ball 4. Ball gets to the backstop. Coleman, though, will stay at first. And it's a one-out base runner for the Sooners on a 4-pitch walk to Jada Coleman, which means that Jada Coleman is now 9 of her last 15 with a double, 2 runs batted in, a run scored, and 3 stolen bases. Here's Tiare Jennings. Tiare's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts tonight. First pitch looked a little low. Fappetto gets the call for strike 1. MidFirst Bank is a premier partner of OU Athletics and your exclusive home for the OU debit and credit card. Visit midfirst.com/Sooners for details. MidFirst, member FDIC. 1-0 is lined into right center field, falling fast, down for a hit, and it'll take a couple hops to the base of the wall. Here comes Jada Coleman. Patty Gasser waves her home, and she's safe. A run-scoring double as Tiare Jennings drives in Jada Coleman, and Jennings has moved into second in the all-time career RBI list in Oklahoma Sooners softball history. 254 career runs batted in for Tiare Jennings, tied with Lauren Chamberlain. Here's K9, 6-3 Sooners. Now Tiare's got her eyes on Jocelyn Allo's record. First pitch to K9 is in for a strike. She's got a little ways to go. Home run in the first inning. Flied out to right field. Here's the 1-0. Hansen waits on it, pushes it foul down the right side. A ball and a strike. Boy, Tiare Jennings so many times whenever maybe she struggled a couple times in games, she always comes up with a big hit. Here's the 1-1 to Kinsey. And, called strike 3. They had the scoreboard. Probably my fault. That was an 0-2 pitch, and she got punched out. And here's Brito. Brito, her last time up. A double and scored from second. RBI from Ella Parker. 6-3 Sooners. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Brito. Low. 2 balls and no strikes. Is Coke Zero the best Coke ever? Take a taste. Coca-Cola and try for yourself. Coca-Cola, official partner of the Oklahoma Sooners. Brito takes the 2-0 out, ball 3. Courtyard Marriott is located just minutes from the OU campus. Courtyard of Marriott Norman. Competitive price with travelers in mind. Learn more at Marriott.com/OC. Line drive, base hit back up the middle by Brito. Brito rounds first. She'll head to second as Jennings scores. A 2-out RBI double from Alyssa Brito. And the throw from center field ended up hitting off the top almost of the fencing at the backstop. 7-3 Sooners as Oklahoma has bounced back after a bit of a tough start here to take a 4-run lead, and they're not done yet. Here's Sid Sanders. Boy, what a night for Alyssa Brito. She's now 2 for 3 with a single, a double, a run scored, and for Brito, RBI number 10 on the season. Sanders is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. First pitch, a little bit up and away for a ball. Brito almost got me on the Courtyard Marriott read, too. Here's the 1 ball, no strike pitch. A little bit out. If you are planning coming in town for any of the Sooner home games that are upcoming or the game in Oklahoma City, Courtyard Marriott is a great choice. Here's the 2-0 pitch. All 3 low. And I figured it was good luck the last time I read it. Brito literally launched a ball back up the middle as soon as the read ended. Never know about superstitions around here, people. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Sanders. That's not even close, ball 4. That's probably going to be it for Fabito. Here's Ella Parker. Yeah, they're scurrying over the Mississippi State dugout. And Ella Parker, who already has a 2-hit night, will huddle up with Patty Gasso. And we'll get our third Mississippi State pitcher of the evening. This pitching change is brought to you by Love's Travel Stops. Love's Travel Stops is the heart of the highway. Hey, at the Trails Golf Club in Norman, you'll experience everything you love about golf and more. Learn more about spring membership specials and the advantages of belonging to a private club by scheduling a tour today. Go to visittrailsgolf.com. Somebody found the crowd mic. So the new pitcher is Everett. She's the only lefty on this roster, and she's been used the least. So that's any kind of indication on what might be going through the mind of Sam Ricketts right now with a 7-3 lead. But the new pitcher is the pitcher on the Mississippi State stat line on the roster that has been used the absolute least so far this season. So either they're trying to use the element of surprise on the Sooners, or Sam Ricketts might say, let's live to play another day. Delaney Everett out of Oakdale, California. We mentioned that haven't really seen her so far this season. This is just her third appearance, and her previous two appearances came against UAB. She went an inning against UAB and only allowed one hit on February 9th. And on February 10th, 2 innings, 3 hits, and a run. Hey, we mentioned we missed some of you guys, and we appreciate you checking in as always throughout the broadcast. Like our guy Ken, who was checking in 3.5 miles south of the Kansas border. OU Architects in Norman. Brad Bunning listening in from Indianola, Iowa. Larry Clements in Riverside. Brett Leverage up in New York. Miss you, buddy. My bad. Kelly and Kim Walker in Perry, Florida. Will and Heather Corporon in Springdale, Arkansas. Mary Taylor in Norman. Mama V. Virginia checking in from Okima. Kevin A's got us synced up in BA. Colin family listening 81 miles west of us in Chino, California. And Dave is listening from the Panhandle. Coach Edmund, thanks. All right, so the warm-ups are over. We get our first look at Delaney Everett in the Mary Nutter. 7-3 Sooners. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch. Inside corner, strike one. No balls and 1 strike. Brito at second. Sanders after the 4-pitch walk at first. Popped off the fencing behind home plate. Tonight, Ella Parker has had a night. She's 2 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Delaney Everett trying to get out of the jam from Mississippi State. This is low and in. Parker's average is up to .429. She's hitting .750 on the season with 2 outs and an .800 this year with the runners at scoring position. The 1-2. She swings and fouls this one straight back. It got a jump from Pickering in the on-deck circle. One ball, 2 strikes. Parker also has a run batted in as well tonight, too, if I failed to mention that. Here's the pitch. Way inside, almost hit her. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I'll tell you what. This might not be the most used or the most effective pitcher on the Mississippi State roster, but she throws the hardest. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Parker. Fisted foul towards the Sooner dugout. Sooners in that third base dugout. Mississippi State down the first baseline. There's a well, a true kind of old school camera well to the fans. Well, it's fans on both sides towards home plate in each dugout. That's where both coaches usually stand. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Parker. Swing and a miss. Got her in a big fist pump as the inning is over. It's okay. Ella's mom got frustrated. She might have knocked us off the air, but it's all good. We head to the 5th inning. Oklahoma rolling after a tough start. See if they can continue to shut things down against the Bulldogs. It's Oklahoma 7, Mississippi State 3.
More or visit us online at resilientsfbl.com.
Paige Cook will lead things off for Mississippi State here in the top of the 5th inning. 5th innings this season brought to you by Hal Smith Restaurant Groups. I could go for a bacon cheeseburger, maybe even the double right now from the garage. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Nicole May, she's been a bulldog here tonight. 7 hits for Mississippi State. 4 innings. May's allowed 3 runs, struck out 4, walked 2. Long look here. Here's the 1-0 pitch from the Sooner righty. Up high, 2-0. Taking a look at some scores from across college softball here this evening. I guess the biggest surprise is still the Cal State Fullerton upset of Tennessee, where they beat them in run rule fashion 11-2. I mean, they smoked them. Here's the 2-0. In the dirt, ball 3. Texas is playing in the Red and Charlene McCombs Classic that they host in Austin. Longhorns swept the day, beating Louisiana Lafayette 5-0 and shutting out Colorado State 7-0. Here's the 3-0. Ball 4. That is a rare 4-pitch walk. Good win for Texas Tech there in Denton. They beat Minnesota 2-1. And earlier today beat Stephen F. Austin 4-0. Sam Ricketts going to bring in a pinch runner here for Paige Cook. Cook's got a massive brace on her right knee. So they usually try to pinch run for her. As good of a day as it was for Texas Tech, it was a tough one for Iowa State and Charlottesville. They got beat by Delaware 8-5, but held on to beat Lehigh 5-4. Houston continues its hot start with a 10-1 win over Austin Peay. They're 11-1, but now here comes Patty Gasso to get Nicole May, I would assume. But Houston is trailing LSU right now 10-3. That game's in the bottom of the 6th inning. A couple of other scores from across the Big 12 brought to you by Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning. Make the winning call today. And plumbing. Make the winning call today. Air Comfort Solution. It's going to be S.J. Guerin. All right, I like this. Nicole May is getting the pitch caller off her wrist, the digital pitch caller. A round of applause. Wasn't her best stuff, but Nicole May battled through it tonight. The Sooner offense picked her up. She'll be responsible for the runner at first base. She can only win. She can't lose this game tonight. Quickly, a couple of other scores from across the Big 12 just to get caught up on everything. UCF loses to Missouri 5-1. They're playing Oregon State like as we speak. That game's first pitch was slated for 10:30 Central Time, so that's right around the corner. Baylor and Riverside are playing out here at the Mary Nutter, but again, that's another later start for the Baylor Bears. And again, the big story in college softball today appears to be the Cal State Fullerton run rule win over Tennessee, winning 11-2. Wichita State also upset Arkansas 3-1. Game was in Fayetteville. All right, here we go. S.J. Guerin, 2 2/3 on Sunday to get the win against UCA. 2/3 of an inning of shutout relief on Saturday, coming out of the pen and shutting down Lamar. First pitch, right on the outer edge. No, just missed a bit out. Ball 1 to Jessica Blaine. That ball was moving. Blaine on the day is 1 for 2, has a home run and a run scored. She digs in here against Guerin. S.J. stares down at the call. She's ready with a runner at first. The pitch. Stride. She spun that baby right over the outer edge, and Alyssa Brito comes firing in from third base to fire up her pitcher. A ball and a strike. 7-3, the Sooners lead it. Runner aboard, nobody out in the top of the 5th inning. The pitch. Line down the right field line, slicing foul, though. And that's strike 2. Florida State won both of its games in Tallahassee today, including a 9-1 win over Charleston Southern. Well, Western Carolina kept it tied with Alabama. Bama wins that game 4-1. Here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reaching and poking it foul to stay alive is the Mississippi State catcher, Blaine. Take another look at scores as they populate. Fun night for some Sooner softball, man. Late into the night. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Guerin. Just out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. How about S.J. Guerin? Didn't see her in Puerto Vallarta. She didn't pitch. Gets called upon last week against McNeese State. And in for Sooner standards, a tight game, gets called upon to get the Sooners out of an inning. The 2-2, pop foul again. Mile away. Very deliberate getting into the batter's box here is Blaine. Now she's ready. SJ toes the rubber with that left foot. Here we go. Foul back again. That one might have hung up a little bit on Guerin. Caught a little bit of a break there. I'll tell you what, she can make that ball dance. See if she can't get Blaine here, who homered in the first, struck out in the third. Still a weird first inning. Thinking back on it. The pitch. Bounce towards short, could be 2. Jennings to second for 1, to first. What a stretch from Sanders, but they didn't get her. Blaine just beats it out. I mean, that was one heck of a stretch from Sanders. She stayed on the bag. And here's Salem Hawkins. Seven to 3. Hawkins on the night, 1 for 2, singled in the third, was a strikeout victim in the first. Here's the first pitch. A little bit up, ball 1. See y'all staying with us late tonight. Cities checking in from Hockley. We got quite a crew in Hockley there, Doug Hamilton. Larry's in Union City. Zanita and Larry in Prague, Oklahoma. Excuse me. The 1-0. Oh, good pitch. 1-1. Right down Lindsay. Jet City Gin is tuned in from Glacier Country on the South Island of New Zealand. What's the service like there? Here's the 1-1. Skied to right field. Pickering is under it. Makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Here's Riley Hull. Look at S.J. Guerin just getting outs. Here's Riley Hull. Singled in the second. Was thrown out whenever she came home on a ground ball to third. She grounded out to third in the third. The lefty digs in. S.J. tries to get out of the inning. First pitch way up and away. Ball 1. Three and a third. Guerin hasn't allowed a hit this year. Has struck out a couple. Solid start to her Sooner career. The 1-0 is in for a strike. 1-1. She's quiet but effective. I don't think SJ is ever going to be somebody that's going to be yelling and screaming. Oh, my goodness, that was dirty. That thing dropped off the table for strike 2. She can spin it now. The lefty stares in. She's ready. Here comes the 1-2. Bounce to the right side. Hodge takes a step back, takes the shorter hop. Gloves, throws, and gets her. S.J. Guerin comes out of the pin for a 1-2-3 after the leadoff walk to Page. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Oklahoma 7, Mississippi State 3. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
Fowler Automotive, a proud partner of OU Athletics.
Here we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Cassidy Pickering will lead things off. I'm going to check to see if they credited Pickering with a hit her last at bat. They did not. She's 0 for 2. Reached on an error. The only error of the game as the first pitch is in for a strike. 7-3 Sooners. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. This is still game 1 of the evening. Obviously, game 2 wasn't even slated to start till about this time. But the UCLA games kind of pushed everything back a little bit. Pickering rips one to the left side and through into left field, right past the diving shortstop, Edwards, and into left field. And Cassidy Pickering is aboard for the second time today and has her first hit of the game. How about that? Boy, the freshman just seems to always find a way to be in the middle of everything for the Sooners. And we're going to get a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Alina Torres. So Alina Torres will pinch it here. Torres off the bench. We've seen her be very effective in some of these spots this season for the Sooners. No problem with bringing her off the bench here. She has been electric as a pinch hitter. First pitch, way up high, ball 1. Oh, as always, we'd like to thank Love's Travel Stops as the presenting sponsor of Oklahoma Sooner softball. Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Torres. Right on the outside corner, 1 ball. 1 strike, Alina. 250 average, but all 4 of her hits seem to have been in big moments. 7-3 Sooners. Here's the 1-1. Torres swings and fouls it a mile back. 3 runs batted in this season. She's walked 3 times, has struck out once. Torres has also been credited with a stolen base. Pickering aboard at first is 2 for 2 in her stolen base opportunities so far this season. Here's the 1-2 to Alina. Way up high, 2-2. See the fans starting to get a little bit more into it as the night goes on. A lot of Sooner fans here. I mean, a lot of Sooner fans. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got her to chase. 1 away. We'd like to thank our OU community outreach partners, Fowler Auto Group, OU Health, OG&E, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. There's Boone. To the chance of Boone, and why not? A double, and she slaps this one down the third base line, just foul. Barbary waited on it. Shouldn't say slapped it, more like she chopped it. She flung the bat towards the Mississippi State dugout, and Jada Coleman retrieves it for her. The two have a conversation as Boone walks back towards the batter's box. Riley is working over whatever bubble gum she's got tonight. I mean, she is working it. See if she can work the dirt here. If she decides to barrel up on one, no balls and a strike with a runner at first and 1 out. 7-3, Sooners lead it. Takes that one up and in. Everything about Riley Boone just exudes cool and confidence, man. She looks like she's got it figured out as she digs in. Stares out at the circle and waits on the 1-1 pitch. She swings and just gets a piece of it to foul it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That season average for Boone is up to 375. 1 for 2 here tonight. 8th RBI of the season. Here's the 1-2. Pops it foul off the netting. Jada Coleman, you can hear her cheering on words of encouragement from the on-deck circle. Pickering at first. Boone a little deeper in the box. Delaney Everett, the 1-2. Had a cut, fouled it back. Riley Boone asks the home plate umpire, did I swing at a strike? He nods yes. I mean, I can only assume because she turned and looked at him and he nodded back at her. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Boone working hard here. Here it comes. Takes it high, 2-2. Boone working hard, and she is making Delaney Everett work hard. Just bodies all the way down the right field line in foul territory. Something to behold. The 2-2. Popped up a mile high behind home plate. Is there room for the catcher? There is for Blaine, but it hit off the fencing right before she could catch it. Actually popped in her glove and then flew out late, so Riley Boone stays alive here. That was one of those balls that you looked up and it was just a mile high, and you're saying, do not fade back towards the field. Thankfully it didn't. Here's the 2-2. Hammer. Deep to center field, but racing back is Sacco and making the catch. And there's two away. Boone muscled up on one and hit it hard to center field. But Sacco was right there. There's 2 outs for Jada Coleman. A little debrief between Boone and Coleman. I mean, Riley smashed that one. Even her outs are hard outs right now. Drawn in over at third is Marbury, and the first pitch to Jada. This is low, ball 1. A little uneasy early in this one. Sooners fell behind 2-0, then 3-2, but have scored 5 unanswered. Coleman takes strike 1. One ball, one strike. Coleman waits. Here it comes. The pitch. Runner goes. Called a ball. The throw to get Pickering is on time. But as Pickering slides, the ball pops out of the glove of Edwards. It's a stolen base. Cassidy is now 3 for 3 on the season. And the OU stolen base numbers continue to rise. We'll update them after this 1-2 pitch to Jada Coleman. Fouled straight back. That thing fouled and rocketed right back towards home plate. That was a bullet off the bat of Jada Coleman. So tonight for the Sooners, that would be stolen base number 2, which means on the season, the Sooners are 14 for 15 in stolen base opportunities. The 1-2, grounded foul down the third baseline. Sooner opponents are 0 for 1. It's amazing. We'd like to thank our OU community outreach partners, Fowler Auto Group, OU Health, OG&E, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. Jada's ready. Runner at second now, 2 outs. 7-3 Sooners in the 5th. The 1-2 reaches and pokes it foul. Jada was protected the plate here. Coleman's were some of the first people I saw Sed, his wife, Jada's mom. Have to get here early. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Reaches, pokes it towards short. Going to be a tough play for Edwards, and she won't have a play to make. Jada Coleman blazes down the line, reaches on the infield single. I think Pickering flashing in front of Edwards, too. Maybe for a moment there might have been a play at third, but T.R.A. Jennings will bat with runners at first and third and 2 outs. She singled and drove in a run her last time up. And now she bats here with runners at first and third. Her next RBI will move her into second all by her lonesome in the career runs batted in list for Oklahoma Sooner softball. She's tied right now with Lo Chamberlain at 254. First pitch to the backstop. Headed home is Pickering. The wild pitch plates a Sooners run. It's 8-3. And that's how TRA moves into number 2 all by her lonesome. 254th career run batted in for TRA Jennings, the second most in Oklahoma Sooner softball history. How about that? On a wild pitch. 8-3 Sooners. Here's the 1-0. Little out. That was a good pitch. 2 balls and no strikes. A walk and a blast? No. Really? Here's the 2-0 pitch from the Mississippi State lefty to the Sooner shortstop, and it missed. Oh, that caught the outer edge. 2 balls and a strike. T.R.A. Jennings is 1 for 3 on the game. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Pops it foul well down the right field line and out of play. That one may have ended up in another field. Two balls, 2 strikes. Coleman stands at second. Everett brings it home. Ground ball. Ooh, it hit Everett. Ricochets into right field for a base hit. Coleman will score easily for second base. Now, when I say it hit Everett, it got her foot. And I mean that thing shot into right field. T.R.A. Jennings has a 2-hit, 3 RBI game, and they'll immediately go out to check on Delaney Everett. It's 9-3 Sooners. How? This is unbelievable. Our immediate concern, though, is with Delaney Everett. The athletic trainers for Mississippi State are out. She's standing up, but she's going to leave this game. I mean, she's able to walk under her own power, so that's good. But, oh my goodness. So we'll have plenty of time here for whomever Sam Ricketts decides to turn to. But with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning, Kinsey Hansen will come to the plate with a runner at first. She already has a home run today. So Mississippi State here will turn to Marin. So that would mean outside of 1 appearance this year from Sosa, Sooners in the span of 4 2/3 will have seen just about every single pitcher on the roster that's been used this year for Mississippi State. This is also a moment whenever we remind you that this was a 2-0 game and a 3-2 game in favor of Mississippi State, and the Sooners have now scored 7 unanswered runs. Here's Josie Marin out of Grimes, Iowa. She started 3 games in the circles, a 0.86 ERA. Leads the team with 17 strikeouts and 3 wins. Sooners are probably, at least this year, not going to have to worry about seeing Mississippi State again. Here's Hansen. That total number is 18 2/3 of an inning. She pitched 2 innings but got hit pretty hard by Notre Dame the other day. 5 hits, 4 runs. walked 1, struck out 1. But on the season, 18 strikeouts to 1 walk. So Martin will take over here. Hansen is 1 for 3. A solo home run in the first. She flat out to right in the third, struck out in the fourth. Jennings at first, 9-3 Sooners. Martin looks in, gets the call, the pitch, in for a strike. She's got a very busy delivery. As she stares in, the righty. Righty v. righty here. Hansen v. Marin. The pitch. Hansen reaches, pokes one, popped up, right side, caught. Hawkins under it, makes the catch and ends the inning. Couple of pitches, couple of outs, but the Sooners do some damage. Another RBI single from Tiare Jennings in Oklahoma as we head to the 6th inning. Leads it 9-3. This is Sooner softball from Learfield. Did you know every dollar you donate to the Oklahoma Medical Research Foundation goes directly to research, helping Oklahomans and people everywhere live longer, healthier lives? Learn more about Oklahoma's Medical Research Foundation at omrf.org. All right, 9-3 Sooners, 7 unanswered runs. This is Madison Kennedy's spot. The first pitch misses from S.J. Guerin. They call it a ball? I didn't catch the call because we got a new hitter here. Pinch hitter. As it looks like, Bernardi's going to hit here? The 1-0 is in for a strike, 1-1. Nope, this Kennedy. These jerseys are the worst. I'm looking right at her. I've seen her all game long, and it doesn't even look like her number. I'm correcting it. No ball, 2-strike count here. Here comes the pitch from Guerin in the dirt. Good job by Hansen, who's been amazing all night long. Seems like it was another game. The first inning of this one. Mississippi State appeared to have taken the lead on a RBI double, but a runner left early at first. There's the 0-2. Off speed, way out in front of it. Kennedy bounces it foul. And you thought, wow, what a break. Stays scoreless. Sacco had left early. 2 outs, but Cook still got a hit, and Jessica Blaine blasted a 2-run home run. Mississippi State had a 2-zip lead. Sooners came back as they always do. 1-2, swing and a miss. Guerin got her. 1 away. Here's Kylie Edwards' spot. I've got 5 strikeouts from Oklahoma Sooner pitchers here tonight. There's Kylie Edwards. She's 0 for 2 on the night, but did reach on a second inning fielder's choice. Here's the pitch, in for a strike. All she does is pound the zone. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Fisted foul. I gave you enough room too, right? I'm trying to make sure. I don't want Tara Henry to be mad at me. That's my ultimate goal tonight. It is embarrassing when I got to put on my reading glasses. I'm not going to lie. Here's the 0-2. Oh, just missed on the inside corner. Trying to make you think I was a little younger, but obviously when you got to break out the readers because the sun goes down, no shame. Man, this is a 9-3 game right now. It's unbelievable. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Guerin. Just missed outside. The Sooners seem to really come to life in that second inning, right? I mean, you think back to a team that had just watched Mississippi State take a 3-2 lead, and who delivered? Riley Boone. Riley Boone. Big game Boone. Here's the 3-2. Or, pardon me, 2-2. Ball 3. can't even see the scoreboard right. Full count. Looks like Mississippi State will go to the bench in the on-deck circle. Here's the 3-2. I was just seeing the future. Ball 4. And we'll see a pinch hitter. Quanah Brownlee is going to pinch hit here. See if... I think going to let SJ work through this. I like it. So far on the season, by the way, to update Guerin's numbers, 4 2/3, 4 strikeouts. The walk she just gave up to Edwards is the first base runner she's allowed. She has been unbelievable. Runner at first now, 1 away. First pitch. SJ brought the heat there, missed a little out, strike 1. Tiare Jennings, Sooner captain. Barks words of encouragement to Guerin. Here's the 1-0 in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Avery Hodge, little glove bump. 2 balls and no strikes. There you go, strike 1. I always find it fascinating to see, okay, who's the player that is going to change the mindset? Who's that individual's hype man, if you will? And maybe Avery Hodges here for S.J. Guerin, the 2-1. Oh, my goodness, that was filthy. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Guerin, that deep breath, her shoulders all the way up, almost even with her ears, and brings him down to relax. The 2-2, bounce to the left side. Jennings to second for 1. That's all they'll get. That slow hopper, maybe for a moment you thought, but that will cut down Edwards at second, and 2 away for Sierra Sacco. We're still staying at about an hour behind schedule, despite this game already being in the 6th inning. And after the reaching of Brownlee, looks like they're going to re-enter. Yeah, they'll re-enter St. Clair here to run for her. So 2 outs to the top of the lineup. Sierra Sacco has been a bit of a problem for the Sooners tonight. She's been on all 3 times. Walked twice, single, drove in a run. Leadoff hitter, Sierra Sacco. Or at least she's scheduled to. I mean, if they want to pinch hit for her, I'm fine with that. Looks like Patty Gasso might go to the pin here. She's out talking to SJ. Yep. Jen Rocha is trying to get the attention of the Sooner bullpen. Is it going to be Maxwell coming out of the pin here? Yep. It'll be Kelly Maxwell. Or is it, hold on a second. Yep, Kelly Maxwell. I saw the lefty, but then not forgetting about how good and how well things went yesterday or this past weekend for Kirsten Deal. So Kelly Maxwell will come into pinch here. She'll be the 3rd pitcher of the game. And once again, the Sooners get some solid innings out of the pen from S.J. Guerin. Robbie, it's time to take the road trips, baby. This pitching change is brought to you by Love's Travel Stops. Love's Travel Stops is the heart of the highway. Look at this crowd. That is awesome. Sitting in the front row, Alex Storacco. I was talking a little bit to Alex before the game, giving her some kudos on her show she does with Brian Chapman, and you could just sense that she was beaming with what she's seen from this pitching staff so far. And now, I guess you could say the ace is coming in to shut things down for the Sooners, Kelly Maxwell. They're going to get a new, there you go. They're going to get a new towel for Kinsey Hansen, Patty Gaff. So just toss in the Marion Utter Classic at Kelly Maxwell. who has, I guess the best way to put it right, has been as advertised for Oklahoma this season. Pitching changes is always brought to you by Love's Travel Stops. And I mentioned that already. Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. The lefty was fantastic in her Friday night start, against McNeese State in front of a good crew of hometown fans. And now she'll be called upon out of the Sooner pen. Double checking to get the latest, greatest numbers here on Kelly Maxwell. Friendswood, Texas, by way of Clear Springs High School, for the 2023 member of the USA Softball Women's National Team. So far this year, a .50 ERA. In 14 innings, she has scattered 5 hits, allowed only 1 earned run, has struck out 13, and has walked 2. Here we go. First pitch to Sacco. She misses on the bunt. Strike 1. All crimson looks so good on Kelly Maxwell right now with the Oklahoma white across her chest and that Jordan font. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. The runner at first is Briley St. Clair. Maxwell, can she keep Sacco off the base paths? Here's the 0-2. Woo, way up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maxwell was actually good in both appearances. 6 innings this week and only gave up 4 hits. Didn't allow an earned run. This one popped off the fence behind home plate. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, and the entire Cowgirl Classic, Cowgirl Challenge, 6 innings. She was fantastic. 1-2 just misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 6 1/3, 4 hits, 1 run, 9 strikeouts. Didn't allow a walk. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kelly rocks, fires, check swing, foul straight to the backstop. And I get the sense, too, for Kelly, that she's still kind of finding her place, much like the grad transfers are, right? Finding your place, finding your voice more than anything. So far, so good, right? Here's the 2-2 pitch from Maxwell. Bounced foul at the plate. 9-3 Sooners. OU has scored 7 unanswered runs in this game. Maxwell, the 3rd pitcher of the evening for the Sooners. Looks to get him back in the dugout with a chance to potentially knock this thing out with a couple of runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Don't worry about a 7th. Here's the 2-2 for Maxwell. Bounced towards the and almost into the Mississippi State dugout. The dugouts are positioned kind of dug out below ground level. The openings are well protected, fencing all across the front. But that bounced almost right through the opening and shot right back out on the field because it hit the top of the overhang. Here's that 2-2 pitch again. Swing and a miss. Maxwell comes out of the pen, gets the K, inning over. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Oklahoma 9, Mississippi State 3. This is Sooner softball from Learfield. And Parker, actually Riley Ludlam has moved into the on-deck circle. 9 runs on 12 hits for the Sooners, and the first pitch is up high for ball 1 to Brito. What a night for Alyssa Brito. She's 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. She's up to 10 runs batted in on the season for the Sooners. Here's the 1-0. Way outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Josie Marin got the Bulldogs out of a jam last inning. Here's a 3-ball, no-strike pitch to Brito. Bounced to the left side, 2-0 pitch to the left side. Bobbled for a moment. Up with it, throwing across and getting her is the third baseman, Barbary, and there's one away. Barbary bounced. The ball bounced fairly high. Barbary stayed with it. And now we're going to see Riley Ludlam pinch hit here. I love that Riley Ludlam told the story of when Coach Gasso called her and her reaction. That brought me so much joy. If you were at the coach's luncheon, Ludlam did not believe it was Patty Gasso. Almost hung the phone up. And she's like, no, Riley, we want you to come play for us at Oklahoma. Uh-oh, hold on. Coach Gasso had the lineup change, and now she's got to change something else. Make sure she clarified it. Gives us a chance to thank the university, to thank our concession partners. SSP, Sooner Sports Properties, and the University of Oklahoma would like to thank Anheuser-Busch, Fletcher's Original Corny Dogs, Nashbird, Coca-Cola, The Baked Bear, Community Coffee, Taco Mayo, Boomerang Diner, Schwab Meat, and Uber Eats. And Bob Moore Ford is proud to honor service members through the Patriot of the Game. To nominate a Patriot, visit bobmooreford.com/hero. All right, here she is, Riley Ludlam. Hitting for Sid Sanders. Sanders went 0 for 2, walked her last time. Up first pitch, Ludlam takes it low for ball 1. I think Riley Ludlam, I said this about S.J. Guerin, I think Riley Ludlam is quickly going to become a fan favorite as well. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Up and in. 2 balls and no strikes. .49 starts last year, .372 average with 10 home runs. Already this year for the Sooners, she's worked her way into a spot. She's seeing more at-bats, hitting .455 on the season. Here's the 2-0. Ludlam lines one off the glove of the pitcher, bounces right in front of her, picks it up, throws to first, and got it. Oof. That was one of those to where if Marin didn't make a move, that might have taken her out. 2 away. And here's Q. So Brito hits a hot shot to third. Ludlam hits one off the pitcher's glove. And now here's Q Lilio, who's going to hit for Ella Parker. And all Ella did tonight was go 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. First pitch to Q, a little low. We will definitely have some abbreviated postgame shows tonight. I am apologizing in advance because it's going to be get out of Dodge after game 2. As the 1-0 pitch to Lilio is a little bit up. And I don't know if Wisconsin is near done in its game either, so we might have, again, a bit of a delay between games. Two balls and no strikes. Here it comes. Q takes a strike, 2-1. Q looking for her first hit of the year. No better time than now. Here it comes. Q bounces it foul, evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, Wisconsin did go final. They beat San Diego 8-0. We'll get that revenge for the Jennings family. OU and Wisconsin is the game that's coming up. All right, well, that's good news. So we'll probably try to cook, especially with how delayed this first game ended up being. We're about an hour behind schedule. 2-2. This is in ball 3. So I would assume that as soon as this game comes to a conclusion, we'll have about 25 minutes. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Q. Ball 4. But again, this is all speculation on my part. And I have never been right in this stuff. All right, we're going to see Hannah Core pinch hit here. 9-3 Sooners. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. We pushed past 11 p.m. Central Time, 9 o'clock here on the West Coast. And Hannah Core will pinch hit in Avery Hodges' spot. No, pardon me, Cassidy Pickering's spot. Pickering went 1 for 3 on the night with a stolen base and a run scored. Though, it probably should have been out at second base. First pitch, Core swings and misses strike 1. Hannah was the talk of fall ball. She was amazing. Unfortunately, there's been a few struggles in trying to recapture that same magic here in the regular season. But one swing, one piece of contact can turn everything around. The 0-1 is low and in, 2-1, excuse me. And that one looked like it hurt Blaine a little bit, so she's going to take a little walk. Looks like it hurt her a lot a bit. She took her glove off and actually handed it to Marin. Interesting. Now the pitching coach, that's their athletic trainer, has come out to check on her. I don't know if she got crossed or what had happened, but a pat on the head from Marin, and it looks like Blaine's going to be okay. Smiles all the way around as they return behind the plate. Why do people think it's funny that the catcher got hurt? I mean, why are you smiling like that? 9-3 Sooners. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. I'm not trying to be greedy, but we all know what Hannah Core's first home run would do. Here's the 1-1. Bounced it foul, a ball and 2 strikes. Sooners have never lost to Mississippi State. 7-0 all time against them. Beat them 16-3 in 2 games in Starkville. A weekend series that was affected by the weather. Here's the 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. That gets to the backstop. There goes Q. She's off to second base on the wild pitch. Sooners as a team tonight are hitting .414. I know Coach won't be happy with the strikeout numbers, but the Sooners are hitting .545 with runners in scoring position tonight. Unreal. Here's the 2-2 to Core. Got a piece of it. Sooners also hold, of their 7 wins over Mississippi State, 2 run rule dubs in neutral site games. Beat them here at Mary Nutter in 2022. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and beat them in Rushton, Louisiana in 2021. 2-2 again to Core. Swing and a miss. Got her on the rise, inning over. Frustrations continue for Hannah, but the Sooners can wrap up win number 63 in a row with 3 outs as we head to the 7th. It's Oklahoma 9, Mississippi State 3, or Mississippi State, Barbary Cook, and Blaine. Orthodontics exclusively is proud to sponsor the Junior Captain of the Game. Junior Captain is the ultimate fan experience for children ages 6 through 12. 2 locations in Norman and South Oklahoma City, and every consultation is free. And when you can't be at the game, Sooner Sports TV has you covered on the air and online at Soonersports.tv. Sooner Sports TV is presented by our cornerstone partners, Anheuser-Busch and OU Health. I will say this, every game from here on out, the rest of the year after this weekend, I say from here on out, after this weekend, will be available on ESPN Plus or ESPN2 or ESPNU. So a lot of coverage coming forward as the first pitch finally underway in the 7th is outside for ball 1. And there's always highlights, sometimes some radio at the new look at Soonersports.tv. I say new, it's such an easy-to-navigate website now. The 1-0 pitch is in for a strike, 1-1. It was one of the web redesigns that when you did it, you're like, this is awesome. At Soonersports.tv, and, of course, make sure you Sooner Vision on ESPN+. The 1-1 is fouled straight back. We will have every game next weekend on ESPN+. And we're excited that Toby Rowland is going to be on the TV call of the opening game at Loves Field. How cool is that? We'll have your radio broadcast. We're working on having an extended pregame broadcast, so stay tuned for details. 1-2 is fouled off. Also be prepared. There's still some work going on. I don't think Loves Field will truly be a completely finished product maybe until maybe the 3rd home series. Here's the 1-2 pitch. A little low. So from the ribbon cutting on Friday to the first game ever at Loves Field, it is an exciting week ahead. But we still have a lot of work to do here. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Maxwell. Blown away, ball 3. Sooners up 9-3. We're in the 7th. Gorgeous night here in Cathedral City / Palm Springs. Here comes the 3-2 pitch from Maxwell. Ooh, just missed low. Did not get the call, ball 4. And Mississippi State has put Barbary aboard with the leadoff walk. The people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas are on the job 24/7, producing the energy to fuel modern life. They're also voluntarily restoring thousands of acres of land, over 20,000 orphan wells today, plus contributing millions to our state's schools each year. Hear their stories at oerb.com/Mike Rowe. Runner aboard here in the 7th. First pitch strike to Paige Cook, the right fielder, who is 1 for 2 on the night. Singled, scored a run in the first, flied out to center in the 3rd, walked and was, or pinch runner I should say, was forced out at second in the 5th. Here's the 0-1, low, 1 ball, 1 strike. OU Wisconsin coming up next. We'll do this all again. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Well outside, 2-1. Maxwell is going to get a trip to the circle from Kinsey Hansen here. You get 1 inning, barring an injury. Great day for Sooner Athletics. Skip's crew, 20-0. Are you kidding me? KJ Kindler and the OU women's gymnastics team with the highest score in program history. 2 balls and a strike. 9-3 Sooner lead. The pitch from Maxwell. Swing and a miss. Oh, whatever Kinsey Hansen said, bottle it up. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, line to right side, foul. It's kind of funny. I was looking over some of your guys' tweets and how that challenge can be whenever you consider it'll be almost midnight when we start game 2. Good luck. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Bounced foul down the third base line. think that's what happened to me last night. I was so gung-ho and wanted to stay up. And the next thing I know, I open my eyes and it's 3 in the morning. Hopefully, if that's what happens to you, we're long gone from Big League Dreams Stadium here by that point. Here's the 2-2 pitch from the Sooner ace. In the dirt to the backstop. Off to second goes Barber. A wild pitch. Again, a rarity. Nine runs for the Sooners tonight. 12 hits, but they've left 7 runners on base. 3-2. Al back again. The 6th inning was the only inning in which the Sooners did not score. A couple defensive substitutions to tell you about. Tell you after this 3-2 pitch from Kelly Maxwell. Here it comes. Ball 4. Quincy Lilio is in now at second base. Hannah Core has checked in right. So an outfield of Riley Boone in left, Jada Coleman in center, and Hannah Core in right. Sid Sanders at first, Quincy Lilio at second. Left side of the infield has Tiari Jennings at short, and Alyssa Brito at third. A battery of Hanson and Kelly Maxwell. Here's Jessica Blaine. She's homered here tonight. 9-3, the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Chase that rise, and she laughs as she walks away. Blaine homered in the first, struck out in the third, reached in a fielder's choice in the 5th. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Maxwell. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Waiting on deck is Salem Hawkins. Here comes the 0-2 from Maxwell. Got her. Swinging, one away. And Blaine wasn't close on any of the 3. And was very fooled on the 3rd. Here's Salem Hawkins. 1 for 3 on the night for the Mississippi State second baseman. First pitch. Strike 1. Right down Lindsay. Hawkins started to trigger the swing, thought better of it, but took a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Kelly brings it home. Strike 2. The 2 walks by Maxwell this inning have doubled the number of walks that she's given up so far this season. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a foul off the fencing. We've had some late nights here in Palm Springs. We played Team Japan. That was a late night. But this, at least from a central time zone perspective, may top it. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 away in the top of the 7th inning. 9-3 Sooners. Another foul. Mississippi State does a good job of wasting some really good pitches. Hawkins at open stance. Even with the plate. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Maxwell got her on the rise. 2 away. The crowd here applauds the performance of Kelly Maxwell, who in an inning has struck out 3 of the 5 batters she's faced. She's walked the other 2. And we're going to have a pinch hitter, which is a holdup here. On the night for Sooner pitchers, 8 total strikeouts, 4 of those from May. S.J. Guerin had 1, and Kelly Maxwell now has 3. A shocking number of walks, 6 walks tonight from Sooner pitchers. And our pinch hitter here at this point, late in the game, is Lexi Souza. So Lexi Souza will pinch it here. 2 on and 2 outs. Here's the first pitch to the righty. Where's number 7? Oh, couldn't check her swing. Kelly missed a couple of spots on Barbary and Cook, and she has been fantastic since. No balls and a strike. Maxwell brings it home. Boy, that just missed on the outer edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sooners looking for 10-0 on the season. Here's the 1-1 from Maxwell. Boy, that's a good spot. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maxwell brings it home. Whoa, way high. Hanson leapt up and grabbed it. Might have had a little extra juice on that one. Here we go. Kelly brings it home. Frozer. Cold strike 3. Ball game. Sooners win it. Oklahoma falls behind early and rallies to roll the Bulldogs in Palm Springs. The final score in Game 1 of the Mary Nutter Classic, Oklahoma 9, Mississippi State 3. Add another one to the column, that's 63 straight wins. It's the greatest streak in college softball history. 45 of those 63 wins over teams from a Power 5 conference. But we're just getting started. I'll have a quick recap of this one with a Bud Light postgame show and get you ready for OU Wisconsin next.